While My Guitar Gently Weeps, a great song by the Beatles that has a great and really beautiful harmony that is really nice to improvise over it. That's what we're going to see today, how to improvise over this song. Hey guys, I'm Everton Zaquini, and some songs we don't want to learn just the solo, we want to be able to improvise over it. And this is one of the songs that has nice harmony, this really nice rhythm part that we can improvise over it for long. So if you play in a band or if you have a backing track, you can just stay playing over it for a long time. While My Guitar Gently Weeps is in the album The Beatles, also known as White Album. And this album was released in 1968. The song has two solos. So the first solo, I would learn it note by note or as close as possible. And the second solo, which is the end, that you can play in a band for a long stretch the solo, I would improvise over it. I would have these two approaches to improvise over this song. Before we see how to improvise over this solo, if you're not subscribed yet to the channel, don't forget to subscribe for you to get all these lessons that I'm posting every week. The original solo, there's a lot of bands, and it's nice for you to listen to the original to get some ideas, to get the feeling, the melodies that you can use when you're improvising, and also check other versions. There are some great versions that you can listen. There's the version with Eric Clapton and another version with Prince. Both versions are amazing and you can listen to get some ideas for you to see how you can improvise over it as well. And today I will give you the tools, the scales that you can use when you are improvising over the song. The first approach, when you really want to improvise over a solo, is to understand the harmony. We want to know what key is the song and what chords we have. This song is in the key of A minor. The chord progression will be with the chords A minor over G, F sharp minor 7, flat 5, F major 7, then A minor again, G, D, and E7. That's how it sounds. Now let's see the scales. For this video, I will be changing a little bit the format, and I want to know for you what you think, giving me some feedback of this format, because now on this lesson, what I'm going to do, I will tell you all the scales first. At the end of the video, as I usually do, I will be improvising, but now instead of showing one scale and play and show another scale and play, I will just show all the options that you can use to improvise, and then at the end I will apply them. So let me know if this is a better format, okay? So now about the scales. For this solo, let's get the scales in levels, because we have many options. So first, let's get level 1, pentatonic and minor blues scale. So the key is A minor, so we can play A minor pentatonic scale. And check below all the patterns of the scale throughout the fretboard, because you can use all of these patterns. Let's add one note on the pentatonic scale and get the minor blues scale. With this approach using pentatonic scales, we're not gonna look chord by chord. The idea here is you have the chord progression and you just improvise. And the good thing about the pentatonic scale is that most notes won't be clashing with the harmony. So you can use this throughout the fretboard. So if you're starting just improvise now, pentatonic scale throughout the harmony will be pretty good for you to start off. Let's move to level 2. Now we're going to add the A minor scale. So this way you can use A minor scale throughout the fretboard as well. I will just play one pattern here, this first pattern. And here you can use the same approach. You just get the A minor natural scale and play throughout the whole improvisation. But for this scale, some notes is not good to stop. Now you need to be a little bit more careful when you're playing. For example, we have here some chords that will be clashing a little bit with the minor scale. So when we play the F sharp minor 7 flat 5, and this scale has the note F, so the F can be clashed with the F sharp. Here's a quick example how it sounds. it's better if you're using, just go fast throughout the F. So don't stop on the F, just another moment that is clashing is when you have the D chord and you have the F, which is the minor third. So you have the clash between the minor third and the major third from the D. So this note won't sound good. So same thing, just go fast. And you need to visualize throughout the fretboard all these notes. Then when you have the pentatonic scale and the minor scale, you can play a little bit with the minor scale and then with the minor pentatonic scale, and this way you can alternate between those two scales. Now level 3. Now things start to get a little bit more, let's say, sophisticated. You think a little bit more about the chords, it's more complex. You really need to be paying attention on the chords, what's happening on the harmony. At this level, you can use the minor pentatonic, the minor natural scale, blues scale, but then in some chords, we're going to get some specific sound, and that's a sound that I really like, which is the A minor Dorian sound. So that's the scale. For you to use this scale, you can't just use A minor Dorian. There are specific moments that you need to use and emphasize the characteristic note, which is the sixth, and this way you can get a really nice sound when you're improvising. You use the moment when you have F minor 7 flat 5 or over the D chord, because you have the F sharp note. So you play here, so you'll be playing. When you give this intention over the scale, following the chords, you can play without the chords that people will hear what you're playing. I play a little bit for you to see how it sounds. With this approach, you can get a little bit more sophisticated sound on your improvisation, and then you start to think by chords. Now, level 4, same idea, thinking about chords, and now the scale that we're going to use is the melodic minor scale. On this song, there are two chords that I like to use the melodic minor scale. First chord is over the D major chord, and second chord over the E major chord. We can use over the F sharp minor 7 flat 5, but I prefer to use over the D or even just over the E major. So over this D, I would use the A minor Dorian, which also is a D mixolydian, but let's just think in A minor today to make things easier. So Dorian scale, and over the E, melodic minor. So A minor, G, D, melodic minor. The reason that you can use is because when you have the A minor melodic scale and you build the chords, you have the 4th degree will be major chord and 5th degree major chord. Here's the shape of the melodic minor scale that I use. Alright, these are the scales that you can use, and these are just the scales. You can use arpeggios, the triads, or 4-note arpeggios over this song that will be really nice. There are many approaches for this song, especially this harmony gives you a lot of options. And if you think about chord by chord, you can have other options as well. But today, 4 levels for you. If you're a beginner, get just the pentatonic scale, then start to play the pentatonic adding the blue note, the blue minor scale. Then you go to the Aeolian, so you do step by step, and it can take a while for you to get all of this. If you're more advanced, that's the approach that you can have. You can think about chords, and I was forgetting about that you can use also the harmonic minor. When you have here the E chord, because this is an E7 chord, come back to A. You can use over this chord also the harmonic minor scale. For me, I prefer the melodic minor, but that's another option, depending on the sound of the moment and the intention that you want to give on your improvisation, then you change the scale. Quick tip here to finish: when you get these different scales, especially melodic minor, visualize the intervals, because sometimes you'll be playing and you just need to think about to change the 7th and change the 6th of the scale, which is the minor natural. We have a minor 7th and a minor 6th. And in a melodic minor scale, you have a major 7th and major 6th. If you can visualize this, it'll be easy for you to move from one scale to the other. Now about the techniques that you can use. You can use everything on this solo. You can use bends, hammer-ons, pull-offs, you can use tapping, and think about that you're telling a story when you're improvising over this solo. So you don't need to start using a lot of notes. Just start playing with a few notes, then you start to play more notes and alternate between fast passages and slow passages. And this way you give dynamic for your improvisation, and blending the techniques, doing some licks just with alternate picking and then with legatos and then bends again and then bend with hammer-on and different approaches. Now improvise for you to see how it sounds using this scale. So we start building up using just pentatonic, then add the minor scale and then think by chords. And this way you can visualize and get an idea how to use these different scales when you're improvising, and also see how I use the technique, how I will be telling the story when I'm improvising. If you like this video, hit the like and let me know in the comments if you like this format of the video where I explain and then now I'm going to be playing. And if you have suggestions of songs that you want to know, that you want me to do some analysis about the harmony and the scales that you can use for improvise, let me know, put it in the comments. Practice the guitar, have fun, check the improvisation. Thanks for watching, see you next time.